To everyone in Physics Fire. Today we are going to do the third lecture of current electricity. Yet we covered about charges, what is current, and potential difference. In today's class we are going to do about what? Ohm's law. Let's start the lecture. One scientist is there who was there. His name is Ohms. He had done some observation, remember. Observation what he had done. He took current voltage 10 volt, then he got, let's consider current is 5 ampere. Again he took 20 volt, then he got current is 10 ampere. He took current is 40 ampere, 40 volt, then how much he got? 20 ampere of current he got. Then he thought like current is increasing, current and voltage, if you'll see, it is directly proportional. But he saw there some physical quantities are constant. What are those? Temperature and pressure is constant. Then he gave his law. Then what he told? That voltage is directly proportional to current at constant temperature and pressure for a given conductor. That's it. That is what Ohm's law. Then he told that okay, the delta V is directly proportional to current. To remove this directly proportional, will give what? That R. R is known as what? Resistance. Okay. So delta V is equal to what? IR. That's it. Delta V is equal to what? IR. Delta V is what? Change in potential or potential difference. I is what here? Current. R is what here? Resistance. Okay. We'll discuss properly about resistance later. So delta V by R is equal to what? Current. Right? Okay. Or we can say delta V by I is equal to R. It means from here it seems like R depends upon voltage as well as current. But no. R does not depend upon voltage and current. That we'll see, it depends upon what. So till here you guys got that what is Ohm's law? At constant temperature and voltage, at constant temperature and pressure for a given conductor, voltage is directly proportional to current, right? To remove this directly proportionality constant, we introduce what? A constant, that is what? A resistance, denoted by what? R, right? R does not depend upon V and I. Fine. Okay. Now what we are going to see, if it is directly proportional, then we can draw the graph also. We will see two types of conductor here. One conductor like this. Now guys, see here, let's take, this is delta V and this is I and the theta here. Guys, if you'll go here, then we can say tan theta is going to be delta V by I. It means slope of V by I, slope of VI graph will give you what? Resistance. See, delta V by I is what? Resistance. So we can say one thing now, that becomes what? Resistance delta V by I. So important point from here we can notice, slope of voltage time graph, potential difference delta V and I graph will give what? Resistance, right? Now let's see here. If you will see if you will take even here also, there also theta is going to be theta only, here also theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, thetas are going to be a constant, right? All thetas are equal here, but here theta 1, here we can say theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3 are equal, right? But problem here is what? Let's take, this is theta 1, theta 2, this is theta 3, then theta 1 is not equal to theta 2 is not equal to theta 3. So we can say this is also a type of graph. This is also a type of graph, right? Let's see delta V versus I graph. So guys, these types of graph, this follows what? Ohm's law, right? Voltage is directly proportional and there is a resistance also. So these types of graph, if you'll see here, as voltage is increasing, current is also increasing. So these types of graph is known as what? Ohmic curve. These types of curve is known as what? Ohmic curve. And that type of curve is known as what? Non-ohmic curve. Because it is not following what? Ohm's law. Non-ohmic curve. Fine. So now we understood what is which follows Ohm's law is what? Ohmic curve. Which doesn't follow Ohm's law is what? Non-ohmic curve. Fine. Now let's see, we will discuss about what? Resistance. Now I took a circuit, right, in which wires are there, voltage is there, resistance R is there, and then current I is flowing here. Guys, if current I will flow, then remember this, for current, one thing you remember, incoming current will always be equal to outgoing current. This point is really important in current. Incoming current is always be equal to outgoing current. Yes, really important. Incoming current will always be equal to what? Outgoing current. If suppose from here 5 ampere of current will start, then here also it will enter what? 5 ampere of current. Okay. Now guys, generally people says what? Resistance which opposes the flow of current. Okay. Now think out of that. Suppose one resistor is given there and 5 ampere of current will start from here, then it should be less than that, right? It should be 4 ampere. It should be at least 4.8 ampere, right? But law says here what? Incoming current should always be equal to what? Outgoing current, right? Means one thing is sure, that resistance does not opposes the flow of current. Then what it does? There is something. There is it is also having, resistance is also having some work to do there, right? Resistance means what? Any bulb, any appliances, right? Bulb, refrigerator, fan. This all those things are what? Which consumes what? Energy. Which consumes what? Electricity. So what is then how? What is resistance? How we'll define? Guys, see here. Initially we learned I is equal to Q by T. Right? So Q by T, if you will see here, then we can say one thing. Charge is also conserved, right? Ultimately current is flowing, then charge is flowing on that. So charge is not going to lose, or we are not going to gain, right? It is again fundamental nature, intrinsic property of a material. So we cannot say resistance is what? Which opposes the flow of current. Yes, one thing will happen. It will slow down the speed. So every books you will see that what? It opposes the flow of current. But basically if you will see by logic, what we should say, which opposes the which what? Slow down the current. Resistance what is resistance? Which slow down the speed of the current, which slow down the speed of the current is known as what? Resistance. Unit ohm. We are denoting by this way, ohm. Yes. Okay. Next thing is what? Resistance. They had done again some few experiments. From that they found what they found. Let's see. Suppose if you will take a conductor, so there of length L, and then what? Area A, and specific resistance. Resistance, or better we will say what? Resistivity. We'll discuss about this resistivity. So what they told? Resistance is directly proportional to length. Resistance is directly proportional to what? Length. Resistance is inversely proportional to area. To remove this, guys, they introduce a constant, that is what? Rho. So they introduce a formula, R is equal to rho L by A. Rho L by A. Rho L by A. L is what here? Length of the conductor. Area is what? Cross-sectional area, right? Rho is what here? Specific resistance or resistivity. So length does not depend upon, okay, that we'll see. Resistance does not depend upon V and I. I told no there. Resistance depends upon what? So we can, dependence of resistance, this topic name in NCERT it is written like this. Dependence of resistance. Yes. So R is directly proportional to length, inversely proportional to area. To remove this directly proportionality constant, they introduce what? Rho R is equal to what? Rho L by A. Right? Fine. So it does not depend upon, see here, delta V by R by I is equal to what? R. Two formulas now, but it does not depend upon V and I. Let's see why. Think about of that. This material is what? Insulator. If you will increase 10,000, if you will connect this voltage 10,000 volt, will there be any change in resistance? Will there be any change in current? No, because infinite resistance, current will not flow. 1 crore volt you take, nothing is going to happen because current will not flow. So resistance does not depend upon what? This voltage, current and all, right? It only depends upon what? Length of the conductor, area of the conductor, right? So that we can write. So resistance does not, for objectivity is important, not depends upon V and I. V and I, yes. So resistance formula is what? Rho L by A. Now we'll see about what? Rho, specific resistance or resistivity. Okay, resistivity, if you will see here, then what? Rho. Rho is equal to, if you will make a subject of this rho, then RA by L. R A by what? L, right? Unit, if you will see, unit is what? Ohm. Resistance is ohm and area is meter square by meter, so it becomes what? Ohm meter, right? Really important again. Ohm meter is the unit of what? Resistivity, right? Ohm meter is what? Unit of what? Resistivity. Okay, now we can say resistivity. Now by seeing the formula we can say that resistivity depends upon resistance, area, length. No, resistivity depends upon nature of the material. Yes, nature of the material and what? External electric field and magnetic field. That's it. That is about what? Resistivity we should know. R is equal to, rho is equal to RA by L. Correct one, you know? RA by L. Yes. Unit is what? Ohm meter. Nature of the material, external electric field and what? Magnetic field. Let's do numericals on the basis of what? Resistance, length and area. Now let's take a conductor. First question. Yes. Area is A, length is L. Area is A, length is L initially. Then what happened? We decrease the length. We decrease the length and a specific resistance is rho only. Here now length become L by 2. L by 2 and rho is rho, right? So they are asking find new resistance. Right? What is the question? Find new resistance. What? See, listen the question. Before length was L, rho was rho. Length was L, rho was rho. Area was area only, right? And then what happened here is we decrease the length by L by 2 and rho becomes rho. So they are asking find, here will be also some resistance, there will be also some resistance. They are asking find resistance in the second case. Guys, one thing we can say for sure, that length is going to be what? Constant, because material is length, sorry, volume is going to be these types of question. Remember this thing, one thing, that volume is constant. Volume is constant means volume, let's take this is 1 suppose and this is 2, then V1 is equal to what? Always V2. That's it. If you understood this, no, this question we already finished. It's concept wise. Let's see now. Resistance here, if you will see, R1 is going to be rho L by what? A, right? Okay. Guys, if as I told you that volume is constant, then length into area is volume for the first. For the second, length by 2, L by 2. Area we don't know. Area, let's take A2, A dash. Now, oh sorry, length will get cancelled out. Now, how length and area will get cancelled? So length cancel out. Then area becomes what, guys? Area becomes 2A. See, new area becomes what? A dash. That's it now. R1 we got, means original resistance, right? Let's take RO, original resistance. Now R dash we want to find, not duplicate R dash, right? R dash is equal to rho L. L is how much here? L by 2. Okay. Area is how much here? 2A. So rho L by 4A. Okay. So it is changing by what? Now if you'll see, original resistance is what here? This thing. So R dash we can say rho 4, what is that? Rho R naught, original by 4. It means it is decreased by 4 times. Easy. It is decreased by what? 4 times. This is about what? This question. That if, so one crux thing which you are supposed to understand from here is what? Resistance is volume is going to be what? Constant. This point is really important. If you understood this, finish. Let's see one more question. Think about of that. Now, again a conductor is there. Length is L. Area is A by 2. Now what happened? Length is L, area is A. Specific resistance is O. Now area become A by 3. Area become what? A by 3. So there, and rho is rho only. So they are asking find new resistance. Find new resistance. Find new resistance. So R is equal to what, guys? We know original thing. R is equal to rho L by what? A. Okay. We know again volume is what here? Constant. Volume is what here, guys? L into what? A. Here is what? A by 3 into L dash. A cancel out. So 3L is equal to what? L dash. That's it. Right? So now we can say here resistance is going to be R dash is going to be rho L. L is how much here? 3L by what? Area. Area is what here? A by 3. So that 3 will go up. So it will become 9 times of rho L by what? A. So this was the original resistance. So change in resistance, new resistance is R by 9. It means if area will decrease by A by 3, then resistance will decrease by what? 9 times. Hope so you guys got it. Till here, if you guys understood, then we'll see the next question. Yes, guys, the question is what here? A wire of resistance 9 ohm is doubled on itself. Find new resistance. Okay, let's see. Suppose the wire was initially like this. Length L, area A, rho is rho. And what happened suddenly? Not suddenly. and then what, one more another color I am taking. Yes, so length L, area A, and then what, it doubles, right? Okay, now if it will double, then what will happen? That is what they're asking. So obviously length will become what, guys? L by 2, right? We can see here, no, length will become what, L by 2, area will become what, 2a. That's it. Now R is equal to rho L by A, right? Original resistance, final resistance, right? This is not something area, that is right. Then what, final R dash, new resistance is going to be how much? Rho L is what, L by 2, right? And then area, rho L by A, right? So it is going to be 1 by 4 times of what, rho L by A. This is what, R, original resistance. So we can say R by 4. R by 4 means what, guys? 9 by 4 ohm. That's it. That is the answer. So a wire of resistance 9 ohm is doubled on itself. Find the new resistance. By this way you can find easily. Fine. Let's see another numerical. Yes, guys. Two wires having same length but radius is what, R1 and R2. Find the ratio of their resistance and resistivity. Find the ratio of their what, resistance and resistivity if they are made of same material. Let's see, two wires are there, resistivity is same, right? Two wires having same length is L only, resistance is also seems like a resistivity. Let's take like this. Yeah, yes, this all are same only, right? Here is what, radius, if you will see, so we can say this is R1 and this is what, R2. Now they are asking find ratio of resistance and resistivity. Let's see, find resistance here. R1 is equal to rho L by what, area is how much here, area, let's take A, right? Rho L by A. But the A radius is given, right? So area of a cross section, right? What is that area is going to be? We can say, no, pi r square. So R1 is going to be rho L by pi r1 square. Here is also, if you will see, R2 rho L by what, pi r2 square, because same area is what, pi r square of a circle, right? A circumference of a circle, right? Sorry, area of a circle for that cross sectional area, right? Okay, so now find ratio R1 by R2 rho L by what, pi r1 square by rho L by what, pi r2 square, right? Cancel out, pi cancel out. So only thing which is changing, R2 by what, R1, R2 by R1. Acha, here there are two wires having same length, but radius is R1, R2. Find the ratio of the resistance and resistance if they are made of what, same material. Same material means what, resistivity is also what, same, rho 1 rho 2, 1 is to what, 1. So that one is what. So first answer, we can take this answer. Second answer, we can say what, second answer, R1 by R2 is equal to R2 by R1, opposite of that. Why should, let's draw a circle properly. So this is going to be the answer for this. That's it. Till here we'll see some more numericals on objectives. So I'm not giving much more numericals on this. So till here you guys revise. We'll see in the next class about what? Combination of values. This is the interesting topic. So that we'll see in the fourth lecture. Okay then.